So is the Audeze Maxwell still king, or is the Astro A50X the new king of the hill? Let's have a look. Okay everyone, so I've spent a long time doing this review and I've probably deleted about 3 or 4 different videos and edits because I've not been happy with them. And not because I'm not happy with the product, it's because I'm probably not happy with the way I was coming across about these products. Now, in my previous reviews, I sort of stood there and I showed you from above what it was like, you know, what you get with it and what the features are, but I thought, what the hell with it on this one? I thought I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. And there's plenty of reviews about these two headsets, you know, like separately on YouTube, no problem at all, right? So you can find them anywhere. And you can actually see my Astro A50X versus the Pro X2s as well. And you can see how impressed I was with this headset. But it is expensive, you know. If I was going to recommend this to anyone, I would say if you've got the multiple consoles, you've got a gaming room and you've got a PC in there and you've got an Xbox and you've got PlayStation 5, even a PS3 as well, you can plug a PS3 through this. I would 100% recommend going for this headset because of the feature-rich base station you've got here. And as you can see, like on the bottom of the base station here, you've got 3 inputs altogether, really. The first one being your Xbox, but to be fair, you can connect anything through these HDMI ports and you can hear the audio. You don't have to have them plugged in through the USB-C. What that enables is if you put it through the USB-C, is that actually enables you to use the chat mix on your Xbox or your PlayStation 5. So if you're just playing an adventure game on your Switch and you just want to switch between consoles and you don't need the chat all the time, then you can use this on your PS3 or even on your PS5, your Xbox and your PC, something like that, in that combination. So you can have any combination in there, but if you want to start using the chat mix, then you will need to plug the USB-C in as well. So it'll have to run through the HDMI cable and then out into your monitor. So, and then what you can do then with this headset, and it's real clever, is you just press this play sync button here on the headset, just there. And what that then does is that then switches between different consoles. So yeah, I mean, it's a genius idea. It's brilliant, and it's for those situations that I would recommend you buy this headset, because you haven't got the portability like you do with the Maxwells, right? So here's the Maxwell. You obviously get the removable microphone too, so you don't actually get that on the Astros. It's actually permanently connected, and then you just sort of flick it up when you're not using it. But that's removable, so you can take these anywhere you want, and you can put them in your laptop bag, or if you're going out and you know, go and listen to some music, you can take them out with you. But you don't get a case with them actually. That's a worth mentioning. You have to buy that separately, and Audeze actually recommend one on their website too. So you can go ahead and click on their website, and it will show you that. I'll try and link it now actually. Yeah, so when it comes to sound quality though, with these two headsets, right, this is where it becomes sort of tough, right? Because when it comes to music quality, you're never going to beat the Maxwells with a gaming headset. There's not another gaming headset I've ever heard in my life that sounds as good as this with music. It sounds great for gaming as well. That does sound amazing and immersive and really fun, you know, and enjoyable. The issue is, though, is when it comes to footsteps, if you're playing Call of Duty, and let's face it, if you're buying a headset like this, then you're probably buying it to get that competitive edge, aren't you? You know? So this is where the Astros lead. And even though these ear cups, right, and I'll show you the ear cups on them right now. So, but even though the ear cups in here are quite small, and if you remember back to my original review, they were, my ears were kind of sort of, if I put it on for you now, I'll show you what I mean. But they kind of just sit on my ear, you know, they just sit on it, you know, they're not overlapping my ears at all. So it's frustrating because if they were a bit bigger, those ear cups, it would be a bit more comfortable for me personally, but I don't think they're that great, those ear cups. But we're sort of digressing now, but you can get custom ear cups for these, by the way. You can actually get them. So, but going back to the actual sound quality itself on these, I would say that these are better. I'd say they're about 10% better with footsteps. You can hear that footstep above you, you know? You can hear that footstep to the right of you, to the left of you. Whereas sometimes I find with the Maxwells, I'll stick these on as well, but sometimes with the Maxwells it's kind of like, oh, is he there? Is he quite there, or is he not? You know? So it's very difficult to. This is why I spent so long doing this review, because and I was so confusing myself in the end. So I had to give myself 5 days off of not trying not to compare them, and then I've come back to them, and then I've gone, right, this is probably going to be the headset that I choose for me personally, because I love music, and when I'm actually working, I can put this headset on. I get really good sound quality, you know, for music, and also when I'm gaming. So, but I'm not always playing competitive games, and although the Astro A50X would suit me more, and it would 100% suit me more, because I've got multiple consoles here. I've got a PC, PlayStations, older PlayStations 2, all with HDMI. This actual headset with the base station would suit me better for convenience more than anything. But I like the portability of the Maxwell, so I can pick these up, take the dongle out, and I can go downstairs and plug it in my PlayStation 5. You know, so it's just it has all the features as well, by the way, that the Maxwells, other than the PlaySync that I just spoke to you about. The other issue with the Maxwells, though, which is a big one to consider for everyone, is the Bluetooth. So you can't have dual connectivity. Or, okay, well, you can. You can have dual connectivity with this headset. So you can have two devices connected, your PC or your PlayStation and your phone at the same time. But the annoying thing is that if a phone call comes in, you can't listen to both at the same time. Whereas the Astros, you've got that feature on there, and that, if you remember back to my Pro X2 review with this headset, I actually said, didn't I, of how good that feature is nowadays, and there's very cheap headsets with that now. You know, that's the normal now. You shouldn't expect anything less. So that's another thing to consider when you're buying this headset. The other thing as well is the microphones, right? I might just do a little bit at the end when I'm closing it down, but the microphones on these are both brilliant. It is important that when you've got the Maxwells on, that you keep that microphone quite away, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So don't have it quite close to your lips like this, you know, because it becomes real sort of bassy and too deep and muffled. I find, and I've had people, in fact I was talking to someone online last night with it, and I found that having it, you know, a good sort of, you know, 4 fingers away from my mouth like that, everyone could hear it, and it sounds beautiful like that, you know. So take that into consideration. If you've got it right up like it sounds quite bad, but when you've got it further away, it sounds really good. With the Astros, straight out the box, this sounds better straight away, you know. And what I'll do is I'll show you that in a minute. I've got some recordings. I've put the Astro A50X microphone 3 fingers away, 3 fingers away. I've put the Astro A50X microphone 3 fingers away. I've put the Maxwell's microphone 3 fingers away here, 3 fingers away from the microphone. This I don't know what they've done to this microphone, but I could get away with actually doing this video with this microphone like this. It is really, really good. Real good bit of kit. Yeah, so talking about like the quality side of all this, I would say the Maxwell has the slight edge. It's more like solid like plastic. I think I did watch a review, and it was quite some time ago actually, from Bad Seed Tech. He's brilliant. He does a really good review, right? And he actually messaged them and asked them what type of plastic it is, and it's actually ABS plastic, so that's solid on there. The annoying thing about these is the adjustability. For me, I don't quite like it. So as you can see in there, there's the screws. I don't know if you can see that, but the screws in there, and you basically pull that band off, just like so. Like, you pull it off the screws which are in there. I don't know if that's working for you. You know, you pull it off the screws in there, and then you can adjust it to different levels. Now what I did is I've adjusted it, but I felt like it was imbalanced because one end was on a different lug than what the other end was, so it was kind of like, felt like this on my head, you know. So, and this is just too low. With my hat on, with my chicken poppers hat, it's fine, but without it, it's not. So so that's another thing to consider. The leather cups are so comfortable. This headset weighs a ton. It's like 525 grams, I think, or something. But honestly, at first I thought, I can't wear this, it's too heavy. But after a while, it was fine, you know? So, yeah, you'll get used to it. Please give it a chance. If you take it out of the box and you're like, oh, this is too heavy, I'm sending it back, just give it that time, because once you start wearing it and getting used to it, even after putting the Astros on, which weigh about 300 and, I think it was like 350 or something. I'll put it on the screen now. Yeah, even after putting them on and then going back to the Maxwells, these felt comfortable again, you know. So yeah, so quality goes to the Maxwells here. Quality, portability, music sound quality goes to the Maxwells. If and immersive gaming and like your open world games and your stuff like that is fine, brilliant, you know. And actually FPS games are still really good. You can hear them, and if you didn't hear this headset, you wouldn't know any different. But feature packed headset, modern, has all the gadgets with the docking station. This is it, you know. This is the one to go for. You've got everything here. You never have to worry about charging it up. Every time you finish, drop it in the docking station. Batteries 24 hours on this one, and this one's 90 hours, 100 hours, 150 hours. This thing goes forever. So I've been using it for like since I started this review about 2 weeks ago, and I think the only thing I've done is plugged it in to update the firmware. So I've not actually that was like 5 minutes, so it might have got a quick charge because it has got a fast charge on it. So is this one actually. I can't remember what the timings are for both of them, but to be honest, you don't ever have to worry about it because you've got the dock with this one, and this just seems to last forever. So so top-notch batteries on both of these. Can't complain. The software, just mentioning it very quickly. The Audeze software is a bit glitchy. I'm disappointed with the software for the Maxwells. The problems I'm having with it is that so I've had to restart my computer a couple of times to actually try and change the equalizers and make the presets myself. And the problem is that every time I was trying to move the slider up, it would reset back and I couldn't get it working. So in the end, I've had to just live with the defaults. I've not been able to get it working. It was working fine until I updated it all. So I updated the headset few days ago, and then all of a sudden I can't do it now. So I don't know, maybe there's a new firmware update coming soon for that. The other thing is as well, if you want to adjust the settings for your PS5, you have to go into the app on your phone, then change it, then connect it to the USB via your PS5. So it's a little bit glitchy, that the app. Hopefully they'll sort that out soon, because other than that, top-notch headset. The app for this, right, is the app for this is just brilliant, perfect. Everything works. I've not had a single issue. Someone did message me the other day on YouTube about on my other one, and they said on my other review for the A50X versus the Pro X2s, and they did say that it was there was an issue with theirs, and they couldn't. I think it's got a humming noise or something. Sorry, I have messaged you back to see, you know, if you've resolved it or not, but I haven't got that issue with this headset. It works perfectly. There's no issues at all there. So yeah, I'm going to say to you all, if you need that functionality and you need the docking station with the HDMIs and you're going to make use of those features, that's a key point, making use of these features, go with the Astros. Go 100%, go with those. If you solely play FPS games as well, that's the contender for you. It's pretty similar to the Pro X2s as well, because the features on that Pro X2 are terrible compared to that A50X. If you're a casual gamer and you've got a PS5, remember as well, you have to buy a separate version of the Maxwells to get the Xbox version, so you can't just switch between different consoles. But if you've got a PS5 and a PC, or you've got a Xbox and a PC or something like that, then bang, there's your jobby. This is the one. Listen to music every now and then, open world games, very immersive headset. Noise cancelling on the microphone is brilliant. There's a button under here actually. Side tone's brilliant on both of them as well. You can hear yourself really clearly. No complaints on the microphones. Yeah, insane. Both of them have chat mix, which is vital nowadays. You've got volume sticks on here, mute buttons. This does pick up fingerprints. Yeah, so I think that's probably concluded it for the video, and I'm sorry it's taken so long, everyone, but you know, this has been a really tough review for me. They're such good headsets, and this is it now. For someone to beat these headsets, it's going to take a lot, you know. Maxwell has the sound quality, you know, whereas, you know, the A50X has the features, so go with which one suits you better. You know, if I could keep both, I would 100%, but I've got to send this back because it's not mine, it's my brother's, so I'm gutted. But anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the sort of glitchy video. It's been a real tough one for me, but I hope it's answered some of your questions, and please leave a comment and feedback below, and please subscribe to the channel too, because we've got loads of stuff coming up. I want to do something about monitors soon. I've got something in the pipeline. I've been doing some research on the new 32-inch 4K OLED monitors, and we might have one coming to the channel. So yeah, everyone, I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend, everyone, because it's coming up, and I will see you soon. Cheers.